because it's very possible this one glitches for sure, or it even hangs up at the very beginning.
Oh, see.
Yeah, there we go. Is it working?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. It always glitches. Sound check.
It's called being in Dolphin Island.
Sound check. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I'm watching this Coco Sloan thing. Boring. That's how I feel about that one.
They're kind of pushing the ball a little bit.
It's like push, 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 push. Coco, hit the freaking ball.
Yeah, we do have that
Holy
match.
shit.
We do have the match right here.
Hello, hit the damn
So
ball.
yeah, we have the live score here for that. So we're watching that as well. So Sloane Stephens right now is serving at 0-1, 40 love, and the second game of the
Freaking
first
boring
set,
ass match.
second game of the
I feel
second
like I'm
set.
watching two American juniors again.
Well, you know, sometimes when two Americans play one another, they kind of play down to each other's level. They kind of push the ball back and forth. I don't know. It's something in the air when two Americans square off against one another, right? 40 love, 0 serving 1 in the second set. So we have that. All right. Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. If we cut out, if this video randomly stops, stay tuned. Sorry in advance, but we'll start a part 2. So sorry about that if it happens. All right. Today we're going to jump right into this. Last night, Carla and I were watching the Djokovic match, and we talked about the match prior to its beginning on yesterday's show, and we talked about Novak Djokovic was going to play Holger Rune. And anyway, long story short is you all know that Carla's not a big Novak Djokovic fan. She's not a huge fan at all. And shockingly, I think it was something like 1-0 in the second set, the crowd started at first we all thought
it was the second set.
The second set. Yeah. At first, you know, we were like, man, are they booing Djokovic? And even before we realized that they were saying this young man's last name, Carla began to bitch about this. Pro Djokovic. So I'm going to let Carla, because you know I'm going to be somewhat biased, but I'm going to be very objective. But Carla, how did you feel and what went down? What went through your head then?
Again, I'm not a huge Djokovic fan. I do respect the guy has 20 Grand Slams. He's tied with Federer and Nadal. He's one of the best. You can't take that away from him. Sure, people might not like him because they don't understand him. Probably one of the reasons why I'm not really fond of him. But I thought it was really freaking shitty of I'm from New York, the New York crowd, to call this kid's name who hasn't proved anything yet in the tennis world. He's 18 years old, just like we've seen many 18-year-olds come and go and do nothing. They were shouting his name after the second set. I told Justin, this is laughable. I said, you know, Djokovic is not even playing well. You can tell he's not playing well. Yet they're rooting for him. Why would you root for him when this guy has 20 slams and he's trying to create history? He's trying to get 21 to prove he is the GOAT of tennis. I thought shitty, very fucking shitty. I said, this kid's not even, he didn't even impress me. I didn't like the way he played. I've seen better.
Where do I begin with this? Okay, first of all, let me begin with this. It has to be very difficult to be Novak Djokovic. What do I mean? Djokovic has to go out there and win. Djokovic has to go out there and make sure he's extremely guarded in his actions. Djokovic also never has the crowd, and he also is supposed to be a gentleman. That's difficult to do. It's difficult to be, look, if that was me and I was in that situation, or even a much lighter situation, my reaction would be, you know, the bird, F you, get the bleep, bleep, bleep. I would be pissed off, right? Don't you agree?
Yeah, and I can put myself in his shoes because we've never been accepted. You know, we're the outcasts, especially here in Dolphin Island. We're the outcasts.
Yeah.
Because we don't come from money. We don't speak the way they do. And I know Novak's the same way. You know, he wasn't born with the money. His parents had to struggle. So I get that. You know, I can sympathize with him. But for the crowd, I think this man deserves more respect than what the crowd gave him. First of all, this opponent was shitty. Let's be real. Mackenzie McDonald would have been a better opponent for him.
Agreed.
Just saying. Then the freaking kid is cramping. Grow some balls. That means you haven't played a lot of tennis. And then you got Patrick sitting in your camp.
Mouratoglou, yeah.
You obviously come from money, so you have no idea what it is to struggle looking at mommy. If my son at 18 is looking up at me, when my son looked at me at tournaments, I would say, figure it out. Don't fucking look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a warrior to warrior sport. Don't look
way.
at me.
Yeah.
You're cramping? Figure it out.
Deal with it.
I didn't like it. It pissed me off, which made me want to root for him more in every single match that he plays. I watched his interview and I thought, very disheartening. I said, I could imagine how he felt, you know, just, I don't know, you know, it's a big blow to him, you know, he didn't even know how to answer the question. And then on top of that, he wanted to sign people's autograph and they wouldn't let him. The security guard wouldn't let him. He tried twice, 2 times. You have people yelling for him and then they wouldn't even let him sign. Yet I have proof that players like Nishikori, Rublev, Osaka, and somebody who doesn't even play tennis were allowed to sign autographs. But they wouldn't let someone like a 20 Grand Slam champion sign autographs.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. I get we have COVID, but aren't the people at the US Open supposed to have a COVID card, which means you're freaking vaccinated? How does this make sense, people?
She's correct. After the Djokovic match, people wanted autographs, and there was a security guard. Go back, look at the footage, rewind it if you can, check it out. Djokovic is going over to sign autographs, and the security guard's like, not allowed, no. But we've watched maybe 15 matches, if not more, since the U.S. Open started 3 days ago, this being the 3rd day. And how many people have we seen sign autographs?
I've got the pictures. I can show it to you guys. So let's show the pictures,
pop a picture.
Which is freaking ridiculous. And how is COVID going to be transferred from a pen? The medical field has said it can't be transferred on the surface, idiots. I mean, tell Novak, wear the mask. These guys have a COVID card. Either you're idiots or you're not. Because there was a security guard that let somebody do, there's a video of him. He's a baseball player or something, or a soccer player. And the security guard said, yeah, go ahead, do the autographs.
Yeah.
But you're not going to let Novak, who's trying to go for 21.
By the way, right now, Coco Gauff is up 2-1 on Sloane Stephens. Sloane Stephens is serving at love 30. So Coco Gauff has an opportunity here to go up a break here in the second set.
Who's that right there? Who's that right there signing autographs?
Is that Nishikori?
That's Nishikori.
Nishikori signing autograph?
Stopping him?
Yeah. But
but
Djokovic couldn't sign. Get away.
Here's so in case you guys think I faked it, look at the people watching him. He's signing. Nobody's around him. Here, who's this idiot? Video of Francisco Lindor, one of the Mets fan. Look at that. Signing autographs. Has nothing to do with tennis. But the guy is signing autographs. Look at that shit. Signing autographs. Is he wearing a mask? No.
She did research.
Here's Rublev. Right next to a fan. Right next to a damn fan. Does he have a mask? Nope.
Okay.
And Osaka gives a pin right in front of live TV, Prime TV. They asked her the question. So what did you give to the fan? Well, I gave her one of the Olympic pins because, I lost early. But Djokovic twice, if you watch the video, 2 times, and the guys shook their head no.
Can't sign it.
Guarantee you if he was American, they would allow him.
All right. Changing directions on this match and Djokovic in a sense. I was a little let down in a way. We enjoy listening to Cam Williams do his play-by-play. We love the guy. We talk some aside from YouTube. So we were watching the match and then had the commentary with Cam on. So it's at the same time. And as soon as this kid Holger Rune won one set, the whole chat was like, this kid will be top 10. This kid will be top 10. And then even Cam was like, well, I think he could be top 10 as well. And that's when I had to kind of pause for a minute. And no disrespect to anyone, but from
what? Top 10?
But what I'm saying is for a common tennis fan to say that because some kid won a set against Djokovic, which was a loss of focus. Djokovic had a hiccup in focus, whatever. Djokovic played a good set. He lost a set. But because this kid wins a set, everybody's like, oh, he's top 10. And even Cam was like, yeah, I think he could be. And at that point, I had to kind of turn off the commentary there and go back to ESPN. Because, man, I mean, you can't – just because someone plays a good set doesn't mean someone's going to be top 10 in the world. That just shows kind of a shallowness, I think, of depth of tennis knowledge, in my opinion. You haven't kind of been around the game, I guess, to the point where you can kind of see that this stuff is very common. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Top 10.
Someone's top 10 because they take a set?
First of all, How many of you?
And then he starts cramping, which I thought was funny.
How many of you can admit out there that Djokovic wasn't even playing well? How many of you? Raise your hands.
Djokovic played awful the entire match. And by the way, the first set he blistered him. The third and fourth set, he blistered him. Loss of focus. And by the way, when match and all of a sudden you have no idea what's going on and the entire crowd starts what you think is booing you. Now let me tell you how this went down. It was 5-5. It was 5-5 in the second set. So Djokovic was up a set and it was 5-5 in the second set. And out of nowhere, Carl and I were watching the match. We thought the crowd was booing at Djokovic. We were like, what the hell did he do? And Carla's like, okay, I'm not a Djokovic fan, but now I'm pissed. Why are they booing this dude? So the fact of the matter, just like I said earlier, it's very hard to be Novak Djokovic. Could you imagine every time you woke up and went and did your job? You know, his job is to play tennis. Let's say your job is to go to work every day at an office. Could you imagine going to work every day in an office and everyone in the office is just throwing shit at you all day and then having to keep your cool? It's tough to be him. And at the same point in time, the New York crowd to have no idea who this kid Holger Rune is, or Holger Rune, no clue who he is.
Looking at mommy.
And you have someone that is arguably the greatest of all time that is about to hopefully win 21 to go down as the big one and not part of the big three anymore, the head honcho. He has no respect. Even though the crowd was saying Rune and not boo, we all thought boo at first. And
he even said that on his interview. Yeah, he said, I thought they were saying boo to me, but then someone told me they were saying rude.
Yeah. And
this kid, I'm sorry, this kid's like any other freaking kid. I've seen better college players than Rude. Just saying. Okay? And I've seen people with more heart than him play tennis. Yeah. Looking at mommy, looking at his camp, when you're a freaking man and you're playing on the tour, you figure it out. You're cramping, you figure it out. Don't look at mommy and shake your legs. I mean, seriously.
I agree.
Do you think soldiers, when they're in Afghanistan, they're calling their mommy? 18-year-old boys? Are they calling their mommy? Just saying.
Currently, Sloane Stephens just broke back on
Coco Gauff.
We're glitching. We're glitching.
I'm watching it here. We're fine. I'm not saying that he needs to be but cramping is no reason to look at your mommy.
Yeah, Sloane Stephens is back on serve in the second set. So Sloane Stephens just broke Coco Gauff, and it's now back on serve in the second set. So Stephens took the first set 6-4, and it's on serve in the second 2-3. Mm-hmm. But look, even though I understand that the fans just wanted maybe more tennis, or the fans just wanted a young man to have a good night, it's almost like no one in the crowd wants anything to do with Novak Djokovic doing something that no man has done since 1969, and before that since 1938. Don Budge in 38, Rod Laver in 69. There's no one in that audience that's alive, that's been alive to see either one of those. It's like no one is cheering for this person to do one of the hardest feats in all the sports. They're just cheering the young man because they want to see a longer match on a Tuesday night. Despicable, a shitty look. I'm sorry, but it is. That man he earns respect. He deserves respect. If that was Federer or Nadal out there, the whole crowd would have been just screaming on their feet the other way. And this man has the same amount of majors and deserves the same amount of respect. I don't care how you look at it.
Look, man, this guy, I'm going to tell you something.
And she's not even a
Djokovic fan. But we freaking cheer on football players that are rapists, beaters, animal abusers. We praise them. But this guy hasn't done anything as bad as this. And people booing, there's a problem with society. Just saying, right? I mean, there's no reason to, this kid sucked. Let's be real.
He'll be top 10. I mean, I was kind of disappointed there.
I was bored watching the match.
Yeah, I was very disappointed in that so many people last night doing.
That's because they're not tennis players. They don't know the sport. A lot of people that go on Cam's show, they don't know sports. They don't know sports.
Definitely not.
I can tell you about the 90% of his subscribers don't know jack shit about tennis.
For someone to watch a match and for someone to win one set and to say he's top 10 and for everyone to agree and then laughingly about 20 minutes later the kid starts cramping, thought it was hilarious.
How are you cramping, dude?
Hilarious.
It's not even freaking 100 degrees. And you're playing at nighttime.
And you know the funny thing is John McEnroe on the commentary as we tune back into that, John McEnroe said I had never, and I'm quoting, I've never cramped once in my life on a tennis court.
Neither have I. I think maybe
I've cramped once or twice.
Neither have I, but geez, come on.
As a junior. Anyway, it's a damn shame that Novak Djokovic, again, cannot win over the crowd, not even a little bit, in New York City.
It's a shame that they didn't even let him.
It's a shame.
He's one of the players. Again, I don't like him. I'm not making an excuse. But they didn't even let him sign. He's like one of the few players that stays there, like Nadal, and signs stuff, And they wouldn't even let him. I thought, what a shame. I'm like, here you are making people prove to you that you have your COVID shot, but you won't let them get a signature on a ball or on a hat, on a picture. Ridiculous. So Kei Nishikori is better. Rublev is better, who smashes a racket today, throws a racket at 2-1.
Rublev had a shitty sportsman. It was 1-0. So Rublev had a tough match. Rublev, it was 1-0 in the first set. He had been broken. And he starts whacking his shoe as hard as he can with his racket.
Ridiculous.
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people these days?
Ridiculous, man.
But look, it has to be difficult to be Novak Djokovic. And again, metaphorically, try to empathize. Try to imagine waking up every morning and going to work and doing what you do to do your job. And everyone at your job is just, you piece of shit, you dipshit, boo, get out of here. To the point where it's just noise and you don't know if they're booing you or creating someone's name as a cheer. And furthermore, no one in the crowd knew who this kid was. And for them, for some reason, to all of a sudden jump on board of this young man, no problem with that. But so lopsided against the greatest player of all time on the other side of the court that's trying to do something that no one has ever done. It's tacky and it's a bad look. I would look to the Wimbledon crowd for a little bit more.
Did you lose one?
Did I?
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I would look to the Wimbledon crowd for a little bit more sportsmanship. Bad look.
Yeah. As far as golf, she's down 4-2. Terrible. 4-2. Stevens, that is, all she does is push. Push.
We can't forget that Sloane Stevens has won a U.S. Open.
But she's not even played the way she played when she won the U.S. Open.
Less nerves. I don't know.
Hopefully you find her earring because she loves those earrings.
It's less nerves. Sloane Stevens has no nerves. She's won one before. She's been there. She's done that.
Yeah.
So Coco Gauff right now is serving at 2-4 in the second set. It's 30-15 Coco Gauff serving. So if she holds here, it'll be 3-4.
All right. Before we get to any of the matches, let me get to the fantasy group.
Do that.
I'm sure.
Let's go.
Who is it that's doing it? Tom Chi?
Yeah, Tom Chi in Canada.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
All right. There are 4 people. There are 1, 2, 3. There are 3 people who have the highest number, 27 points. That's Canadian tennis fan. Burzio 9, Philly Cheese Dog. You guys have 27 points. Which puts
Philly Cheese Board.
All 3 of you are in first place.
Oh, Philly Cheese Dog. By the way, let me tell you about Philly Cheese Dog. Philly Cheese Dog is a fine young tennis player. He has a brother, Thomas. That's another fine young tennis player. And these kids work their ass off. And I know they watch this. And look, they're in like high school and middle school. I don't care. They're soldiers. These boys can fight. They have German ancestry and American.
Still elementary school.
I don't care. He's a beast. Little Thomas, he's a freaking soldier. And don't forget about Philip. Philip, his name's Philly Cheesesteak, but Philip, he can ball.
Philly Cheese Dog.
Philly Cheese Dog. They can ball. Let's go. Come on, bro. Let's go.
At 26.
Good job, Philip.
At 26, Sunil, Jose P, and Dushan
Dramakanin.
Sorry.
Let's go, Philly Cheese. Come on, I'm
at
pulling
25,
for him.
Flo and Yellow Ball. At 24, RG Production and JMP 1966. At 23, Concert Master, Himanshu, Cess for Life, and there's one more person. I don't know what I wrote. 22, Jack Nolte, Jose Kui, and Justin.
Let's go.
21, Gene Stewart, Xylun Wang, William Spencer, and Thomas Wilson. At 20, Sari Antek and Nenad. At 19, Tom Q or Tom Chi, Wilson Clash. At 18, CA Tennis Nerd, and Adam Gardian, you're out.
Okay.
15 points.
And by the way, I lost Casper Ruud today.
Was I not right?
Yeah, I lost Casper
For
Ruud.
all of you that said Casper Ruud was a decent player, and I said you could have picked this guy out of any other player. He looks just the same as everybody else.
Agreed.
He freaking lost today, and I don't have to get a tattoo. And don't you feel stupid?
I think some part of you wants one anyway.
Hell no.
I think some part of you does.
So there was somebody.
Am I right or wrong? Answer the question.
No, I don't.
No part of you actually wants to do that.
Nothing.
So you totally don't want that.
I don't.
Okay.
When I get old, my skin's gonna no. So Dushan, that means that you are done.
With what?
If you lose one player, you're done.
Oh, that's for the finals. So I'm out too. Yeah. For
Dushan, you're done for the racket.
Yeah. No. Well,
the
$300. So There's 29 of you or so for the $300 or the tennis racket, any new one of your choice, or an entire reel of strings. If you're a stringer, that's a big pot. There's only 2 of us that are out of that. Myself, because I had chosen Casper Ruud to go to the final, and Duchan. There's 27 people still left to win $300 cash immediately after the finals. So only 2 people are out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Only 2 people. Yeah. Go ahead.
We're going to end the Djokovic topic of why it's so difficult to be Novak Djokovic and why he deserves the credit that he doesn't get still to this very day with this. Just put yourself in his shoes for a minute. He's tried for, maybe, it was a rocky road at first with the impersonations and, maybe he just didn't fit in with the Joneses. But for the most part, man, Djokovic has been a better athlete than the majority of other athletes. Look at this kid, Ymer last night. He blasts his racket on the court, bloodies his hand up, refuses to play, playing the young man Brooksby. That was a good match, and I picked Brooksby on my fantasy team, by the way. Yeah,
there's quite a few of you that picked
Brooksby's a good player, but you look at Kyrgios. Look at a quantity of players that do the same thing and way worse, and we still, for some reason, continue to blaspheme Djokovic for every little thing that he does. I keep seeing tweets on she has Twitter. I don't even know how to even act on that. I don't even have it on my phone, but she showed me, it was a picture, and it was a picture of Novak Djokovic, and there was a quote, and it said, "Who is the most dangerous to Novak Djokovic this year?" And it was a picture of Medvedev, and it was a picture of Zverev and Tsitsipas, and in the bottom right-hand corner, it was a picture of the ball lady that got hacked in the throat last year. and I'm like, that's good, but just you're beating a dead horse. Djokovic deserves this, and I think he deserves everybody's credit. He's a patriot. He is a people person, and he's a countryman of his country. And look, Federer, Nadal, it's past their time. We might see Nadal at another French Open or something, whatever.
I don't think it's past his time. Don't get too far because Nadal deserves respect. He's always been respectful.
But don't be an ugly human being and boo someone or start cheering for someone you have no idea who they are simply because you really don't want that other guy to surpass the 20 or get the calendar slam. Like, he doesn't deserve it. He earned it. He works his ass off. The only reason why he lost that second set is just like any first round that Novak Djokovic generally plays. Novak Djokovic at majors historically always has kind of a focused and focus-less first round. He always does this. So he lost a set. But for people all across the world, especially younger fans on the YouTube type genre, to all of a sudden be like, "Yeah, this kid's top 10. He's top 10. Whoa!" All of a sudden, as soon as that happens, he starts cramping and looking at mommy in the stands. I'm like, man, guys, you gotta think deeper than that. Tennis is a tougher game than that. Okay, an 18-year-old had a good set. Okay, good. But Djokovic wasn't even paying attention. Obviously, the other sets, he smoked them like cheese bread or cheese grits with some shrimp. But nonetheless, man, come on. I'm not saying the kid won't be top 10, but don't tell me that like now. Come on. Mm-hmm. All right. Next subject, the Michael Ymer and Brooksby drama. Another ugly tirade of what breaking rackets can do for everyone, the people watching, the people at home, and the person that can't handle their cool and smashes it in the first place. So Ymer is playing Brooksby. He gets a time he breaks his racket and he injures his hand because of the breaking the racket. Karma. Okay. Tit for tat, yin and yang, but eye for an eye type deal. Okay. So because he broke his racket, he went to go get his towel to clean the blood off his hand. Okay. Fair enough. But he took over the time limit and he received a time violation or time warning or code warning, whatever.
He got time violation.
Yeah.
Then after he refused and called the supervisor, he got a game. And the next step would have been
the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but totally unnecessary. First of all, breaking the racket is a dangerous thing. Graphite, when it shards off, is quite robust and it's quite sharp. It comes off like a grenade. It's like glass in a way, and it's a really gnarly material to get in you. Because look, you remember when Serena Williams was walking on a beach somewhere and she got a shard of glass on her foot and what it did to her career?
No, on the earrings.
Oh, these are my daughters. She always loses them. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I like them though. Okay, so look, I forgot what I was talking about.
About Serena walking on the
Yeah, so Serena almost had a career-ending shard of glass in her foot. How would it look if you had a career-ending shard of graphite in your hand? Could have happened last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because he was given a time warning for cleaning the blood off his hand, he flew into a rage and didn't want to play, called the refs out, refused to play. But there's no rule that says if you break your racket and get hurt because you were a bozo, we're going to wait on you to go clean the blood off your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like a bad look. Anyway, I kind of forgot they were in. All right. So what do you think about the tirade? You showed it to me in the first place.
First of all, I thought it was bitchy ass move of him, and he did call, I think, a medical timeout when he was up 6-5. So another strategic thing. He's trying to do the same thing as Tsitsipas.
But in a shittier way.
In a shittier way. He was just pissed off that the kid was beating him.
Absolutely.
He should have a little bit more sportsmanship. You're a little bit older, Think a little bit like a man, not like a kid. I thought it was stupid. What do you expect the supervisor to do? Oh, yeah, let's not give him a time violation.
Yeah.
Grow up and just play the point. You slammed the racket and it made you bleed. That's your problem. That's all I have to say. Coco lost. Ouch. That means a lot of you guys in the fantasy group are going to suffer with a Coco.
Let's go, Djokovic. Let's go. Come on. Woo, Ric Flair.
Sloane Stephens winning, that's terrible. Terrible for tennis, just saying.
Okay. Speaking about Sloane.
I don't like the way Steven plays now. Her game is weak. Any other good player like Barty, Osaka, Andreescu, Azarenka, Swiatek, Sabalenka, Pliskova, they're going to beat her ass. Just saying. I think if I grab a college girl Division I, they'll beat her ass with her soft shot. Coco just doesn't have it up here yet.
We bring up Coco Gauff and the Sloane Stephens match. Let's talk about Patrick Mouratoglou just for a moment. Number one, I do think Patrick Mouratoglou is a fine coach. Patrick Mouratoglou is someone that I reference sometimes for certain drills. He's a good coach, but I don't think he is cracked up to the recognition in which he gets. In other words, always front page, always right there, front and center, always in these players' boxes and so forth. Why do I say that? The only reason, in my opinion, Patrick Mouratoglou is where he is right now is because of Serena Williams, for the most part.
Definitely.
People, we tend to think that Patrick Mouratoglou created Serena Williams. That's untrue. Serena Williams had 14 majors before Mouratoglou and Serena teamed up. She has 10 majors with 14 without. Since that time, Patrick Mouratoglou has continuously popped up in players' boxes. It almost seems like he's a really good salesman. I think Mouratoglou is not necessarily the elite coach. He's a great coach. I don't think he's elite. But I think he's a good salesman. He sells himself with his look, with his talk, with his hair, with his demeanor. He's good at selling himself.
With also not only that he sells himself, he has a wife that's, she's I don't know where she's from, but she's darker skin like Serena.
Yeah. Has
kids that are mixed.
Yeah.
So that shows that he's open to everyone, right?
Okay.
So that makes him more
approachable.
The guy's looking for, he doesn't care where you come from, Yeah.
He's good at working the verbal, or he's good at working the tennis vernacular with the right accent to do it. I want to ask everybody a question. Is Patrick Mouratoglou good for the players that he's with, or are the players good for him? In other words, I've never seen a player with all his up front and center stuff that he has actually created into a major champion. We have Serena Williams, but she won 14 before she even knew who this guy was, in a sense. I mean, you get the metaphor. Surely they knew each other before that.
Guys.
But do you understand what I'm saying? So he's popped up in Coco Gauff's box. So he's popped up in he was in Holger Rune's box last night. Hey guys. He popped up in Holger Rune's box last night. Did you see that? So we talked about that. Holger Rune had been training at Mouratoglou's place since 2016. Anyway, I don't think that Patrick Mouratoglou is the level of coach that he's up front and center all the time. I think he has the look, he has the talk, and ultimately, I don't think that the players are good, that he's good for the players. I think the players are good for selling him. So I think the more players that
Daryl Cowell says Patrick Mouratoglou is overrated.
I agree.
He's just got the name. He got Serena.
I agree.
Serena's opened up the doors for him.
Yeah, I agree, Daryl, totally. And look, I'm not hating on. Look, as a coach, Carl and I have coached for 22 years together, or well, not together, but anyway. There's a lot of drills and a lot of the way he approaches that I enjoy as a coach. I love the way he talks to his students. I love the way he tends to kind of stay even Steven. And I love some of his metaphors in terms of hitting topspin and staying close and staying down. And so I'm not taking that away from him. He's a good coach, hands down. But I don't think he is a billion-dollar entity that should be on every press conference, every front page, every player's box. I think it's more along the lines of other parents and other players kind of think he's just, and they want to be part of it. So he's a good salesman, and I think he's done an excellent job at selling himself, but I have not seen a payoff for his product. And you can't say Serena because she's won more majors without him than she has with.
Yeah, I think that he's probably maybe someone good for exposure. Maybe they use him, but not as a coach. I don't think as a coach.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I see him in a lot of boxes.
Still can't believe, though. I still can't believe that kid Holger Rune wins one set. And everyone on Cam Williams' channel is like, top 10. I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, really? Okay, now I felt like I was talking to kids. I felt like I was talking to kids. I really did. I was like, okay, I'm too old for this. Anyway, yesterday, Carla's dad, okay, Nathan, I wrote this down. Okay. Carla's dad, by the way, is a fine tennis player, a fine coach, was Carla's first coach, right? He can ball. He still plays the game well. He still hits with an OG Pro Staff currently, the old Wilson Pro Staff 85 that I used through college. But we were talking the other day about Sam Querrey, and the Querrey played Zverev in the first round. And we've been talking about the lack of the ability of United States men's players, or a lot of the younger players in general. He said that the U.S. men's tennis players don't have any heart. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Well, he says Sam Querrey needs to retire. He has no heart. Why take away a space from someone? He needs to just retire. He said, problem with American tennis, they got no heart. He said they got no heart. But he said,
I only did that because that was what Djokovic was doing last night, and people started rooting out of nowhere.
But he said, if we get our little guy, he said, who has his temper, then he could be the next American player.
Could be. Could be.
I told my little guy, I was telling him, watch the tennis. I said, look at that. I said, when you go on the court, you kick their ass. Don't be nice.
Apologies for screaming it while she was talking with a very good point. I was trying to kind of etch in stone a little bit what happens when you're laser focused on a tennis court and all of a sudden you hear what you think are boos, but it's someone's last name and you're trying to wonder why it's happening, at the same time focus on the court. Oh man, I can't believe that. Still, I mean, I can, but man, it's so awesome.
I still can't believe Stevens won. Coco Gauff, what the hell were you thinking, girl?
Yeah, and prior to the match,
did you give her too much respect? Was that it? Because she won a slam?
Prior to the match, if you were watching prior to the match on ESPN, the press conference or not the press conference, but the pre-match talk was with Patrick Mouratoglou. So it was Patrick Mouratoglou. They were talking about Patrick Mouratoglou was talking with the young lady. She was in a pink dress, I forget, and they were talking about Serena, and they were talking about Tsitsipas, and they were talking about Coco Gauff. Tsitsipas almost lost to Murray. Coco Gauff did just lose, and Serena's not in the tournament. That kid Rune started cramping after he won a set, and everyone on the planet started proclaiming he was a future top 10.
I like B-Dog's comment. Interesting that United Emirates of Dubai is a major sponsor of the U.S. Open. That's what he was saying.
It's because of oil. Oil.
Jack Nolte, I'm sorry. Who is it that's saying respects to
Hey, by the way, can I say something real quick?
Who said respects to Sloan? Where is it?
Can I say something real quick?
Where is she? Where is it? Hold on, before you go there. Respects. What was that? Someone said that. I have no respect for Sloane Stevens' game. I'm sorry.
I like Sloane Stevens a lot, but
I liked her before.
Can I say something real quick?
I don't dislike her. I hate her game.
Can I say something real quick? Let's go, B-Dog. Let's go, bro. Come on. Let's go. 49ers are going to be burying your Patriots this year. Patriots are garbage, except I love your quarterback, Mac Jones. He's a Bama boy. Let's go. But you got nothing this year, bro. Nothing. Get some. Bella who? Bella what? Huh? Tom Brady gone where? Huh?
Daryl, did you see?
Let's go, B-Dog.
Did you see Tiafoe's comment? He told Rublev, I'm coming after you. He said, I'm coming after you.
Go B-Dog. I do love Mac Jones, though. Look, I would love Mac Jones in San Francisco, though. Good quarterback. Let's go B-Dog.
Lex Co says, Brandon Nakashima is looking to be the next U.S. male player. He just lost. Beats Isner and loses in the second round.
Well, if my name's Mackenzie McDonald, I'm totally glad to be here. And, I really like where I'm sitting, and I really think I have a chance. It's good being Mackenzie, and I can hit the ball over here, and I can hit the ball over there, and it's really totally cool being here. But, I hope, maybe I can win, and maybe I practice good. But, I sound like a trumpet, but it's only a C note. But nonetheless, I'm here. It's a flat B. I play on the piano, but I only have a middle F sharp. That's me. I'm Mackenzie McDonald. Let's get down. That's how I talk. I think I have a pretty good shot. Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you. That's my name. I'm Mackenzie. Cha-ching, bling, bling.
Oh, my God. I can't imagine going on a date with. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
He has a monotone statement. It's like everything that you say, okay, how are you? Welcome back. And we are here for one thing and one thing only. That's to talk in one consistent sound frequency. No matter what, I won't get excited. I won't get depressed. I will be right here the whole time. Talk to you perfectly fine. You're mad at me. That's okay. I'm super happy. I'm super happy. I promise I'm happy right now. I'm not sad, but maybe I am sad. You can't tell because that's me. Let's go, Mackenzie. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking meanwhile.
Right. Jack Nolte says, Jack Sock, remember when he was the best next thing? I never thought he was the next best thing. I hated his forehand, just saying. Oh, yeah. Rublev will fillet Tiafoe. Well, I'm going to root for Tiafoe. Let's go, Tiafoe. Because Rublev smashing his racket on his shoe. What an idiot.
Hey, by the way, for all you fantasy team players, I took Brooksby for my unseeded player, 3 points a pop, and I have Tiafoe, 2 points a pop. What's up? Don't count me out.
Let's talk about Andreescu, by the way. I'm
All
sure
right,
you don't ever.
Let's go. Let's
She's
go.
playing a one-handed backhand, which was great to see Golubic, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was great to see because, the one-handed is dying. But good for Andreescu pulling out that match because I really thought she would lose that match. 3 sets, went all the way.
To the wire.
I think B-Dog said it's not her weight. I just think she needs a lot of matches under her belt.
And can her anatomy and physiology hold up? So she looked fit. She looked good. She played a good match. Unfortunately, Andreescu 2 years ago would have beaten Golubic 0-0 or 0-1. You're right. She needs more matches. I'm sorry, but Andreescu has been plagued with injuries, and until she can get healthy, which she is, I guess, and stay healthy for at least a good year, I can't buy into it.
She's not going to win. She's not going to win this
Yeah,
US
she
Open.
can't. Yeah.
I was telling B-Dog, I said, Andreescu has the problem most of us women do. Serena has it too. I have it too. We'll lose weight, then we'll get it back. We'll lose weight, then we'll get it back. We have to be careful what we eat. And she's that type of girl that she's not a skinny girl. Us thick girls, we got to be careful what we put in our body. She was in shape, but the confidence comes from winning a lot of matches. So she's got to keep playing to win the matches. Hopefully she doesn't disappear because I feel like we need her in tennis. We need that. We want to see her give competition to Osaka and Barty and all those players. I hate Sabalenka, so I could care less if she wins the slam or not. But we do need Andreescu in the women's game.
Who's the night match tonight?
It's Kerber against somebody.
Because I can have the scores right here.
And then it's you have Anderson, who's playing against Schwartzman, which is boring.
Is it not on? Because I can put it here and then keep up with the scores.
Anderson and Schwartzman are playing. Is that an interesting match to you?
I mean, it's worth keeping up with.
And then Kerber against somebody. And then there's another guy's match. Oh, Tsitsipas, which I'm going to be rooting against.
Check it out. Check this out. So Kevin Anderson and Diego Schwartzman are 5-5 in the first set, and it was suspended. The remnants of Hurricane Ida are going through New York. I just did 3 days worth of hurricane videos. Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of you saw those. And what I dealt with here and recorded is going through there. Mm-hmm. And Manarino, by the way, is about to start against Tsitsipas. Now, again, Tsitsipas, not Sissipas, it's Tsitsipas. But Tsitsipas is 1-1 lifetime, I think, against Manarino. Aren't they 1-1 head-to-head? Manarino's a man. It's just that Manarino's not the biggest guy in the world, and Sissy Pass.
I'm gonna be rooting against that dude.
I'm gonna root for Manarino.
Shout
All right, let's
out-
go. Come on,
shout out-
Manarino.
I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Vojislav
Sissy.
Karanovich. He says, "Love you guys."
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Where's the name? Voljislav Karanovich. That's Serbia, baby, all day. Am I right or wrong? Serbia. Let's go.
I agree with you, B-Dog, on this comment. I think Coco needs to change coaches. That can only take her so far. I so agree. It's like I tell my daughter.
And get rid of Patrick Mouratoglou.
I agree with you. I tell my daughter, I'm teaching you. I said, but one day you'll have a different coach, and you're going to need a different coach because parents can only take you so far. The formula doesn't work very well. Only a few lucky people like Hingis stuck with her mom, very few people.
Isn't Shapovalov still with mom a bit?
But he has used me too.
Tsitsipas is still with mom to a certain degree.
Dad.
But look, I'm telling you, I don't think there is a good track record of Mouratoglou with players winning majors. Name one. Don't say Serena.
After Serena, what will happen after Serena?
I don't
Serena's
know.
Almost done.
He's popping up in all these players' boxes, but I don't see majors being won. I see Serena that one prior to him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I hate to say this. Always get rid of you need someone else. Absolutely, because they'll be more honest with you, And they're looking at it from a point of view that they want to get the paycheck, so they want you to succeed. A family member, it's the same. You need someone else. You need a different view, a different saying, something different. They might be saying the same thing, but it's refreshing to hear from somebody else. That's why my dad, he coached me, but I'd have one coach here, one coach there, one coach there. I've had a lot of coaches.
Yeah, it's good to get different flavors.
Yes.
Even one of the problems in the coaching world is that it can be a dog eat dog world. Say, sometimes you'll have a student that comes to you that has two other coaches, and sometimes some of those other coaches will be like, "Oh, don't listen to this bozo. Don't hit your grip that way, or don't hit the ball here, or hit the ball this way," because it interferes with what the other person is saying. The best thing to do is just soak it all in, because something what one person says may work for you,
Exactly.
whereas the other person, maybe they described it differently, but it clicked for you, or maybe your physio, maybe your kinesiology, the way your body works, maybe the semi-Western works better than the full Western.
Every coach doesn't mean that you could be the best coach in the world, but that doesn't mean that you fit that student. You have to find the right energy. You know what I mean? You could be the best coach in the world, but that doesn't mean that you're the best coach for that student. You know what I mean? Even you have to recognize there's students that we get, and no matter what we say, we can't get through them.
Can't.
So it's time for them to go see somebody else.
Yeah.
B-Dog, about the Williams sisters, the reason that their dad worked, their dad showed them how to hit the ball harder, hit the ball harder, hit the ball harder, hit another one. It worked for them, and that's rare. And I'm sorry, but I think the Williams sisters were gifted naturally. They were athletic. They were strong. And you don't get that from many girls. Just saying.
Yeah. All right. Okay, moving forward. Next thing.
Yeah.
This I mean kind of in a funny way, but not really. Can someone please tell Taylor Fritz to take the little freaking bandana thing out of his hair? I get it if you have hair that's long like mine, but when you watch Taylor Fritz play, he's got really short hair, and he wears what my daughter, I have two daughters, 5 kids, but two of them are girls.
Headband. Come on.
I don't wear this little rinky dink little ribbon.
You wore the big headband that I let you wear from Lily.
But I got long hair.
He does too.
Man, his hair's like that long,
He doesn't
Carla.
want out his face. Come on, man.
Okay. Taylor Fritz's headband is synonymous to Andreescu scrunchie.
I think Fritz is cute. First of all, he reminds me of my son.
Oh, Jesus.
He reminds me of my son, Jonathan. Just saying. And
he does look like Jonathan.
And if you don't want the hair in your face, good idea.
But his hair's this long, Carla.
How do you know? It's curly.
What? Are you kidding me? What are you doing
Why
this
do people wear their hats like that?
For the look and to keep hair out of their face?
Thank you.
Okay, but there's no... Anyway.
He beat Di Manure for the first time. And I picked him. And good for him, because I've always liked Fritz. Yeah,
I bring that up because I'm proud of the win, but I'm not proud of seeing this little headband on his hair every time he plays.
I'm not proud to see the earrings on your ears, but I don't say shit.
All right.
Just saying.
Broke even on that one.
Come on.
All right. Give me that. All right. Also, last night, once again, we had to lap it up, the hideousness of Chris Evert's commentary. Okay. Sometimes sometimes I really believe that she even understands what the heck she's saying. Now, yes, she is one of the greatest of all time. She is one of the best tennis players that's ever lived.
I feel like she's a Karen.
Yeah, you can't take away Chris Everett's beastliness. She is a beast, and she is definitely one of the greatest players of all time. Period. But that time was then, and now her time is commentary. Her commentary is absolutely hideous. I feel like I'm not good enough to watch her talk. I feel like when she talks, I need to go out back and go recycle my cans that we do because it helps out. But she doesn't need to recycle her cans. She just donates cans to us because she knows we need them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Look, when I was a kid, I used to watch Martina Navratilova play against Evert, and I always cheered for Navratilova because I felt like she was real. You know, she had to battle a lot of stuff that was going on in her country. The fact that she chose to be, you know, gay, that was another thing that she had to go through. The fact that she was very muscular, and people at that time couldn't understand how she was so muscular. And Chris Evert, I felt in the beginning, didn't give her respect because of the way she looked. So I never liked Evert. Met her brother, never liked him. Went to where she used to train because I used to live by then. Didn't care for it. Never liked Evert. Met her. My dad took me to the U.S. Open. And she was a BITCH, where Martina Navratilova always wanted to give you an autograph. Just saying.
All right. He's getting active, so we're going to put little man up here. The reason why I don't like watching Chris Evert commentate again is because it's not that I have a problem with her as a tennis player. She's phenomenal. We used to watch her like daily growing up, right? But
she was boring.
But nonetheless, she comes across as very.
She's fake.
She comes
like B-Dog says. Here, 1 minute she's critics, the next she praises. She's too wishy-washy.
You can go. All right, but chill out though.
Here, you got this. It's fine. This is what
she comes across as very snooty, and sometimes it's hard to swallow.
I don't like her.
And
all her plastic surgery and all her makeup, take off the makeup and you'll see a witch. Just saying.
Yeah, the only reason why we had to lap it up is because we had, again, Cam's deal. We love him for sure, but everyone was talking about this dude Rune is going to be top 10 because he just won a set against a non-focused Djokovic, and we were like, okay, I can't listen to that anymore. So at that point, we had to go back and listen to Chris Evert, and she was just equally as awful. Damn, I wish ESPN would do something.
No wonder Jimmy Connor said I had enough.
Oh my gosh!
And so did her husband. What was his name? The golfer. He had enough too.
I don't know who she married. Okay, next thing. Okay, Naomi Osaka slides into the third round without playing. So she has a walkover. So she was going to play Danilovic. Okay. Danilovic pulled out, regrettably, and Osaka moves into the third round. Now, we know that at the U.S. Open, there's equal prize money, and there should be, in my opinion. I'm not getting into that. We've done 3 entire shows on that. There's equal prize money. Naomi Osaka is guaranteed upwards of $150,000 if she loses. Now, again,
Osaka, that's pocket money.
Pocket money for her. Doesn't matter. Whatever.
Justin, you're whispering.
I understand that. The thing that I don't understand is to take home that much money when you don't really even need it, number one, and not even play. There needs to be something there.
They should let the loser. They should let the loser play the match.
Something.
Or you know what I hate is some of these players. They know they're not feeling well. They barely win their first round or their second round or third round. They barely win the match, and then they know they're not going to play the next round.
Yeah, man.
So you know what they need to do? Here's the rule, just like the bathroom break. The rule is if you do not play the next round, if you don't have medical proof from a doctor, emergency, has to be an emergency, not that you got a little headache or something, you do not get that prize money. That's what they should say. And I guarantee you we'll see a lot of more people not pull out.
And look, Osaka has pulled out of a tournament before and let someone else win that money. I think, didn't Osaka pull out of a final in Cincinnati? Yeah. And so, but anyway, what I'm getting at is people do this, but there should be something in the way that allows, at least that early on in a tournament, let, a lucky loser of sorts come into play. Maybe the closest match of a loser in the first round, they were sent packing, kind of like qualifiers in a way. If you understand, that's a lot of money to give somebody for not playing, and she's guaranteed that.
You should make the rule: if you don't play, if it's not a medical emergency, then you lose the prize money. You don't get it. You get whatever you got for last round, and that's it.
Yeah. And
did you guys already make U.S. Open predictions. What do you mean, William Johnson?
We did.
Isn't William Johnson in the fantasy?
I don't know. We did. Yes, there is a William. Yes, there's a
No, William Spencer. That's William.
Yeah, but no, William. Yes, we have a video that's on this playlist. So if you go to our homepage on the channel, there's playlists, and I think this one's on U.S. Open 2021, and there's a show probably 8 or 9 ago where it says fantasy teams and finals predictions. It's there. So
Yeah, I picked Zverev beating Medvedev, but after last night, I root for Djokovic.
yeah, I'm Djokovic. I'm Djokovic all the way.
Whatever. I'll root for Djokovic.
But I think right now, because of last night, that Carla finally flipped the script on. Let's go, Djokovic.
I don't like haters because I've always been hated on. So screw you, haters.
Yeah. Hey, and look, and let the truth be told. Well, I'll tell you something personal. Carla and I usually are on the outside looking in wherever we go.
We're definitely on the outside.
We it seems like in life, wherever Carla and I go, it's, we don't have the money of, maybe the Joneses, and we can't afford to go the places where maybe certain people go. So we're always kind of alone.
We're definitely out. I definitely won't buy a golf cart. I won't buy a golf cart because
we can't afford a golf cart. Yeah.
If I had the money, I wouldn't buy it because I'm not trying to fit with you. I'm not going to wear the same stupid brands that you wear here. I'm not going to dress like you. I'm not going to talk like you. We're just different. So I get Djokovic.
Yeah, and there's nothing bad about that. It's just that it's difficult for, I think, Carl and I to find the same energy consistently. I think sometimes we just feel like we're not in everybody's circle. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it kind of
not me. I could give it right.
Sometimes it makes me feel a little down. Sometimes I do get down about it. As hard as we work, sometimes people still don't give us the respect.
I could care less. I told Justin, I said, my friends are my family. And there's a few people, students that I like out there, that they're true people. If you don't like me, tough on you. Who cares? I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
Yeah, see, I'm different. I have feelings.
I have feelings, but I could give a rat's ass what you think about me.
See, it's different for me. It's hard for me to say. I know I can be tough guy and say, like, I don't care what you say. But generally, when I go behind closed doors, I'm like, damn, I start thinking about it. So, I could be stronger in that department. I think that, what do you think? Are you the type person out there that that says that no matter what you say, sticks and stones can break my bones, but word would never hurt me? Mm-hmm. Or do you emanate that and at the same time go behind the door and you're like, those words did kind of hurt? I'm the type of guy that sometimes will get a little bit hurt. I've been through a lot, prison and everything else, but but still certain things hurt.
Not me.
And look, when I watched Djokovic last night, you could see in his eyes that he didn't know.
Well, the interview.
He had no idea. Mm-hmm. And we felt bad for him. For Carla, someone that is, number one stunner Rafa, for her to be like, I'm pissed right now. We're going to do a show about this. Go Djokovic. I want him to get this. Screw everybody else. Let's go. Joker, no. Come on, Nole. I thought that was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. And for Djokovic,
that's like Nas song. You can hate me now.
You can hate me now.
I always play that song. Always.
Okay. Next thing. Generally, by the way, at about an hour into these shows, sometimes our internet cuts off. So I'll go ahead and say, don't forget to subscribe right now and hit the like. We love you a lot. This show is everything, and you're our players box, and we really love doing this. We really do. So thank you. Much love to all of you. Vamos, let's go. Let's get down. Come on, let's go. So I'll give you that in case we cut out. But Garbine Muguruza was too tough for Andrea Petkovic today. And I've always been a big Petkovic fan. She's been a pro for 16 years. She was born, I think, in Yugoslavia, and now, she obviously plays for Germany. But Muguruza was too much for Petkovic. Do you think Muguruza can win this tournament? Do you think she is a contender to win it?
No.
Why?
There's something lacking in her game. She's had many opportunities. I've watched her in a lot of close matches. There's something in her head that I don't know. She's won 3 slams, I think. I don't know. The U.S. Open, for some reason, doesn't suit her game. I feel like players like Osaka, who hit the ball deeper, grunt less, have a better chance. Tsitsipas
is up 1-0 in the first set on serve. So Tsitsipas just held the first game of the first set. Mannarino's serving now. His first service game of the first set. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
2 slams, thank you.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
And I thought Venus should have beat her at Wimbledon, this guy. But just saying.
Can Muguruza win it?
No.
No? Everyone agree?
No, she's not going to win it.
I wouldn't be shocked if she did, but
no.
she's not on my number one, the top of the list.
I can think of other players.
Barty and Osaka, I'm going to put before her.
No, I can think of other players. No.
All right. Next thing, Rublev. Rublev had a tough time. He had a tough match against Martinez today. But Rublev, again, he looks like a cat to me. I'm not a big cat guy. I prefer dogs. So it's not that I don't like Rublev because of anything he's done or his game. I just don't like cats. And he reminds me of a cat. I'm a dog guy. Roo, 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 like DMX. Roo. Remember the DMX? Roo, roo. I'd rather be DMX than Catmandu. But anyway, Rublev was down 1-0, a break in the first set, grabs his tennis racket, and just starts glitch. Here it goes.
I'm sure it's fine. Just keep talking because if I saw it on my phone, it would be fine.
Okay. So he gets his racket and starts blasting his shoe. Bow, bow. I'm like, okay, that's why I don't like the guy. Chill out, Rublev. Chill out. Chill, bro. Okay. You got anything you want to say on that match? The better player won, and to be blasting your shoe with your racket at 1-0 in the first set, just stupid. You know, just get lost, Catman. Catman, dude, meow.
I don't like him. Anyways,
He looks like a cat.
Anyway,
Meow, little pussycat, little pussycat. So the sissy pass and Zverev, even though I think Zverev is growing to be more of a man than the other two. Azarenka today was in a battle with the young girl Jasmine Paolini, the Italian, the whopping 5'3". 5'3". Now, the only reason why I bring this match up, number one, is Paolini put up a fight, A. But B, Azarenka squeals when she hits like a stuffed pig getting stabbed in the brisket on the grill and you're still alive. Like, here comes the pig. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to eat you. Here comes the grill. Get stuck on the fire every time you hit a ground show. It's like, ow, it's hot. Ow, it's hot. Ow, hot, hot, hot. That's Azarenka when she plays. And here's this little Paolini that gets in there, fighting it out. She lost, but nonetheless, she didn't sound like a damn stuffed pig on the freaking frying pan. Azarenka, chill with that. Hurts my ears, man. Get out of here. Francis Tiafoe has a couple of quotes for Rublev. Let me tell you one of them. Quote, Tiafoe says, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for him, right? Francis Tiafoe
said that already.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to win that match?
I think so. The crowd will be behind him.
Let's go, Tiafoe. Let's go. Shut up that cat man. Be a pit bull. Ow, ow. Meow. All right. Eat that damn cat up, man. Be a damn dog. Get on that cat.
My little guy definitely does not know how to whisper.
Get on that cat, bro. That cat up. Let's go, Manarino. Shut up, Sissy Pass.
I don't think it'll
Come
happen.
on, Manarino.
We won't see Sissy Pass take a bathroom break because it won't be no need for
by the way, Sissy Pass has a break point on Manarino's first service game. So it's 30-40.
You won't need it. You won't see bathroom breaks. Watch. The guy won't use the bathroom today. Watch.
Oh, he will.
No. If he wins, if he's up 2 sets, he won't.
The only chance in hell that Tsitsipas has to not take one of his shady shoe timeouts or bathroom timeouts or foot timeouts is being down. If Tsitsipas gets down or it's a close match, he's going to the bathroom.
What I'm saying is he won't need to because he's going to beat him.
He'll be trouncing him?
Exactly. That's my point. Watch. If he's up 2 sets, you won't see him change his clothes.
Manarino's a soldier, though. He can fight.
But I'm telling you,
Manarino's not scared.
If the guy wins 2 sets, you won't beat dog. You'll see it. He won't change his clothes. He won't.
I don't know. All right. How are we doing over here?
We're doing good. We're almost time. Bathroom pass. I like Zebra's quote. You know, there's something about the moon. Tsitsipas' bathroom breaks are as long as going to the moon.
Yeah, like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. All right, guys, time for dinner for us.
What's our lesson schedule tomorrow?
I'll be out teaching 5 to 6.
We have Carrot. We have Carrot 9.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10:30, 4, 5.
So our last lesson is 5 to 6.
Yeah,
and that's it. It's 5 to 6. Who's the 5 to 6?
Asti.
Let's go, Asti.
I'm gonna make your butt move because we're in the golf cart.
So 5 to 6. So that was our schedule today. We got done at 6 and got here. So tomorrow we'll set up the show to be somewhere around 7:30 ish.
Do we stay up the night to watch tennis?
We record it.
If it's an interesting match,
we record it.
If it's an interesting, I couldn't win on Jessica. I was so tired.
But we live in the U.S., so I mean, the match. I mean,
this match will be done.
The only late matches of this tournament was the Kyrgios match.
Yeah, and I saw 2 games, and I knew.
Other than that, it's fine.
Yeah.
And we have the ability to record it, so we can hit the record button and let it go, and then we can just watch it the next morning. And we get up at like 5:30, so the matches don't start till like 10 o'clock in the morning our time. So we have like 4.5 hours. Not really because we have to teach, but generally we'll stream it from our phone and put it on a Bluetooth speaker. And then if there's a match ongoing, generally we'll put cams show on our loudspeaker on the court, but we couldn't do that because everyone was talking about this dude Rune was going to be top 10 in the world because he took a set from a lost focused Djokovic. So I kind of had to I was like, okay, I can't listen to that one. But nonetheless, anyway, have a great evening, everyone. Much love to all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, get down. Be kind because everyone you meet is fighting a tough battle. Don't take shit from no one. Be a soldier. Hold your head up.
See, that's my problem. I don't take shit from people.
Take shit from nobody,
They
man.
don't like me.
You know, be respectful about it. But if someone crosses your boundary, knowing that you're a respectful person, watch out. Take shit from nobody unless it's, you know, like your mom or something. Okay, mom, I love you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Or your wife. You know, if it's your wife, you're like, okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
All right, babe.
All right. Adios, muchachos. Let's go.
Buenas noches.